What if you could wake up tomorrow with no urgency, no pressure, no stumbling to the bathroom at 2 a.m. while your wife sighs and turns over? What if I told you that most prostate problems after 60 don't start because your body gave up, but because nobody ever taught you how to take care of it? I'm Dr. Rachel Morgan, and after 15 years as a urologist, I've seen men transform their prostate health with three simple daily habits. Not pills, not procedures, just gentle practices that speak your body's language and give your prostate exactly what it desperately needs to shrink, relax, and let you sleep through the night again. Today, I'm going to show you the exact three habits that protect your prostate every single day. You'll learn why the timing and rhythm of your hydration matters more than the amount you drink, why sitting for hours creates a swollen, inflamed prostate, and why the pressure you're feeling might actually be coming from behind, not from your bladder. Whether you're already dealing with symptoms or want to stay ahead of the game, these habits can help reduce swelling, improve urine flow, and support a calmer, stronger lower body. This isn't about medical procedures or expensive supplements. It's about daily practices that work with your body's natural rhythms. You're not too late. Your body is still listening, still capable of healing, and your prostate, no matter how it feels today, can still be supported. The first habit might sound simple, but here's what most men get dangerously wrong. It's not about how much water you drink, it's about when and how you drink it. After 60, your body's relationship with water changes. Your kidneys become less efficient at filtering fluids, your bladder becomes more reactive, and your prostate begins to feel the effects of every sip you take, especially at the wrong time. Here's what happens when hydration is done wrong. You go through your day forgetting to drink water, just a few sips here and there. Then, around 6 or 7 p.m., you realize you're parched, so you start chugging glasses of water, maybe tea or juice with dinner, and by bedtime, your bladder is full and your prostate is on edge. What happens next? You fall asleep, only to be jolted awake at 2 a.m. by that uncomfortable, urgent pressure. You shuffle to the bathroom, wait longer than you'd like for the stream to start, then return to bed, only to repeat the cycle a few hours later. Night after night, your sleep is interrupted, and over time, that poor sleep chips away at your energy, your mood, and your body's ability to recover. Meanwhile, your prostate stays irritated. I had a patient, George, a 67-year-old retired accountant who was waking up 4 or 5 times a night. He was exhausted, irritable, and convinced he needed surgery. I asked him one question: when do you drink most of your water? He said, after dinner, because I forget during the day. I told him to flip his routine: drink most of his water before 6 p.m., sip consistently throughout the morning and afternoon, then taper off in the evening. Within 2 weeks, he called me, almost disbelieving. He said, "Doc, I slept through the night for the first time in 3 years. I thought this was just my new normal." Here's the science. When urine is too concentrated from dehydration during the day, it becomes acidic. That acidity inflames the tissues surrounding the urethra, including the already sensitive prostate. It adds to that feeling of urgency, of burning, of not being able to fully empty. But when you hydrate gradually and consistently, everything shifts. Your urine stays diluted and gentle rather than harsh and irritating. Your bladder stays calm, and your prostate finally gets to relax instead of being constantly inflamed. Here's your new rhythm. Start your day with a warm glass of water before coffee or breakfast to wake up your system. Sip regularly throughout the morning and afternoon. Then, as the evening comes, gently taper off so your bladder can settle and prepare for rest. This steady flow of hydration keeps your prostate calm and balanced rather than inflamed and reactive. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most men notice fewer night wakings, less urgency, and a bladder that finally empties completely. Now, here's the habit most doctors never mention, even though it's one of the most powerful tools you have. I call it daily pelvic mobility. Picture where your prostate actually lives. It's nestled right in the center of your lower body, with your bladder above it, your rectum behind it, and your pelvic floor muscles cradling it from below. There's also an entire network of blood vessels, nerves, and lymph channels flowing through that space. It's a busy neighborhood, but a sensitive one. Here's the problem. Most men spend the majority of their day sitting. During breakfast, reading the paper, watching TV, driving, relaxing in your favorite chair. The body stays still, and that stillness turns into stagnation. Your prostate becomes like a sponge that's never squeezed. It doesn't get the circulation it needs, it starts to swell, becomes inflamed, and then one day you notice your bladder isn't emptying like it used to. Maybe it takes longer to start the stream. Maybe you're waking up more at night. It often starts quietly, but it builds over time. Now, here's the beautiful part. When you introduce even light daily movement in your pelvic region, everything starts to change. You reawaken the muscles that hold your organs in place. You invite blood back into the area. You help the lymphatic system sweep out toxins, and the inflammation that's been slowly brewing begins to ease. Your bladder starts to empty more completely. That nagging pressure loosens. You feel more solid and stable in your lower body, like your legs and core are waking up from a long nap. And no, this doesn't mean going to the gym or lifting heavy weights. It starts with the smallest acts: a short walk after breakfast, a few gentle hip circles while brushing your teeth, standing up every 30-40 minutes and taking a slow lap around your home. Even rolling your shoulders, gently lifting your knees, or stretching your thighs sends a signal that this part of your body is still active and alive. You can also try pelvic floor activation. This is the simple tightening and releasing of the same muscles you'd use to stop the flow of urine. Slow squeezes, gentle releases. Just 5 minutes a day can tone the deep inner support system that holds your prostate and bladder in place. These exercises aren't about burning calories. They're about restoring movement, circulation, and health to a part of your body that's been far too still for far too long. Within 3 to 4 weeks, most men notice their stream is stronger, their bladder empties more completely, and that constant pressure starts to fade. Now, let's talk about the third habit, and this one you might feel not in your bladder, but in your gut. It's all about fiber and how it protects both your digestion and your prostate at the same time. Here's the deal: most men over 60 don't get enough fiber. Our modern diets are low in vegetables, low in fruits with skin, low in whole grains. Instead, we lean on white bread, cheese, processed meat, and heavy meals that slow down digestion. And when your digestion slows down, the problems start showing up, not just in your colon, but in your prostate. Why? Because when your bowel is backed up, when your stool becomes dry, hard, or difficult to pass, it creates physical pressure against the prostate from behind. It compresses it, crowds it, and irritates it from the outside. Over time, that pressure becomes chronic. It contributes to swelling, triggers inflammation, and makes urination even more uncomfortable. I had a patient, Richard, a 71-year-old former truck driver, who came to me frustrated because he was urinating 8-9 times a day with constant pressure. He'd tried medications, but they barely helped. I asked him about his bowel movements. He admitted he was constipated most of the time, straining every morning. I told him to add fiber, real fiber from food, not supplements. Steamed vegetables, warm oats, chia seeds soaked in water, fruits with skin, like pears and apples. Within 3 weeks, he called me amazed. He said, "Doc, I didn't realize the pressure was coming from behind. Now that I'm regular, I only go 3-4 times a day, and it doesn't feel urgent anymore." Here's what happens when you add natural fiber to your meals. Your bowel movements become softer, easier to pass. You stop straining. Your colon empties fully. That crowded, compressed feeling lifts. Your lower abdomen feels freer, and your prostate is no longer trapped between a rock and a hard place. Every time your bowels move properly, your prostate gets to relax. Think about it this way: when your colon is light and your digestion is flowing, your prostate breathes easier. It's no longer being squeezed or inflamed from the outside, and your bladder gets the space it needs to function well. Add fiber gently, increase slowly, and let your body adjust. Within 2 to 4 weeks, most men notice less urgency, less pressure, and a lower body that finally feels calm. Gentlemen, here's what you need to remember: the power to protect your prostate after 60 isn't in a pill bottle, it's in your habits. When you hydrate with care, your bladder stays calm and your prostate stays soothed. When you move your body even a little, your circulation wakes up and inflammation slows down. When you feed your gut, your bowels stay regular and your prostate stays free of constant pressure. These 3 habits are simple, but they're powerful, and they're in your control. If you're experiencing severe symptoms, sudden changes, or significant pain, see your doctor. There's no shame in seeking help, and it's always wise to rule out underlying conditions. Here's your challenge. Starting tomorrow, drink most of your water before 6 p.m. Take a 10-minute walk after breakfast. Add one fiber-rich food to each meal. Do this consistently for 30 days and notice how your body responds. Notice your sleep, your urgency, your comfort. And if you want to go deeper, watch my video on Does masturbating every day hurt your prostate? I reveal the truth about how often is too often after 60 and the exact frequency that supports prostate health instead of harming it. When you combine these three daily habits with the right sexual rhythm, you create a complete prostate protection system. Link below. You're not too late. Your body is still listening. Let it show you what it's capable of when you give it the care it desperately needs.